we're off to the shops. Another shop trip. Going with Jason. There he is. Hello. Obviously, if you haven't seen the channel, go see it and all that. And we're off to the shops anyway to go. And, well, I don't know where he's going for. Probably fags. Because he's a dirty, filthy smoker. Whereas he smokes and I choke. And I'm going for bad things like ice cream and biscuits and just garbage, really. So junk food. I'm in a junk food moment. I might even get beer. You know what? If I see any Reds there, Reds is my favourite tipple of beer. I really like it. Jump beer, will they? Jump beer. Why not? Oh, like that, is it? Okay. So, but I'm gonna have beer probably if I see it. I want coffee, but it's so expensive in there, isn't it? Like, yeah, it's like $3 for a tiny little 200 grams of coffee. Like what? What ridiculousness is that? Some hand roasted coffee. It's probably it's not even vacuum sealed. It's in a becoming brown bag, so probably stale as anything. So not doing that. But, the weather here, it's doing its thing, reconnecting. So we're back on again. So the weather has improved somewhat, and we're almost. I'm ready to go to Novgorod, really. Apart from the cold weather and even night time, it's kind of dicey. The problem with going in the when it's cold in the evening is the fact that we haven't got an indoor shower or indoor toilet. We're on a bucket toilet, kind of not bucket. What do you call it? What do you call it? Porta potty. That has to be emptied, and we shower in buckets outside usually around the back of the thing where nobody can see us. And if it's cold in the evenings, you don't want to flip and do it. So, and with working, it's kind of hot work. So if it's cold in the evening, it's not great, and so that kind of puts me off going at the moment while it's cold. But apart from the problems that I've not registered my register yet, and I still haven't got the car sorted out, so I'm hesitant on getting a car till I've got my registration sorted out. But hopefully it'll all be getting done shortly. Look at the red sky down there tonight. Oh, that's going to be a nice view down there in a minute. Once I get down to the road there, we'll have a clear view of the red sky. But whoever's joined me for this little walk, welcome, say hello in the chat. I say hello to everybody. This is just outside of St. Petersburg. Well, it will be in a minute. We'll be in St. Petersburg by the end of this road. But it's just outside of St. Petersburg, Russia. And it's a little settlement, undeveloped settlement that's rapidly developing. And this is how it is so far. And it's very nice, very calm today. It's been, in fact, last week we're playing with the drone. It's got a problem with the motor, wait for new motors to arrive, but playing with the drone. And every day I took it out, it was windy. And now when I've decided I'm not going to do this anymore till the new motors are arrived, because I'm going to destroy the new blades that I put on it, it's stopped being windy, of course. And I guarantee when the motors arrive, guess what? It'll get all windy again. So I'm trying to practice.
Maybe put the old blades back on.
Yeah.
I can put the old blades on the old motors.
And try it.
Yeah.
So I just want to practice in getting the shot that I want for the return video when we leave here, when we go to. Let's have a quick look here. How can I send money to you? How can you send money to me? Hey, no idea. You can do.
Send me money.
Send me. I'm not Zelensky. I don't beg my audience for money. Don't ever get the impression I do. I don't. But there's a super chat if you really want. if you've got the urge. But don't ever beg. There is a super. I can see it through the. Can you see it through the trees? There's a super red sky there tonight.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be. This is going to be gorgeous in a minute. I've not got the view that I've got in Novgorod here, but it's going to be gorgeous in a minute. You wait. It's coming. You can see the red in the sky there. I can see. You can't see it on the screen, but it's just through the trees. You can see the sun going down. It's absolutely gorgeously red. Just wait a minute. Hello there. Half Hamid. Something like that. But I'll stop a second. Hammond. How you doing? How you doing? Let's have a look here. Let's have a look here. Whew. I know a lot of people have like donate to me here and all this, and they've got donation alerts and they've got and all that, and I decided against all that. I looked at it and went, you know what? YouTube gets enough out of me as it is. I'm not going to beg the audience. Why should they? Times are hard for everybody. I understand that. I'm not going to beg the audience for money. Why would I? So there's no links for anything like that on my channel. If you noticed, I decided to not do it. It will be monetized at some point. That's really the only thing I will take from YouTube is the ad revenue. Eh? Watch the videos, and then if you want to help me out, watch the videos. That's all you've got to do. If you watch, in fact, if everybody watches my wife's video that came out today, I know it's only short, but it's the first time look at it coming now. Look at the sunset over there. It's gorgeous. I'm gonna have to walk to the left a bit, you know, to get a good view of the sunset. Look at it. It is so red tonight. Oh my God.
That means it's going to be a
whoa.
good day tomorrow.
It's going to be a fantastic day tomorrow, isn't it? Look at that over there. Oh my God. I don't think I've seen it that red for a long time.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm going to try and get to a view of the sun. I don't know if I can. Where can we get a view for the sun?
Maybe we're going to get around the corner here.
Maybe around the corner, maybe down the left hand side. Over there. I can't get a view of the sun. That is so gorgeous. Oh my good God. I've seen some red suns in my time, but this is just out of the world here. I can't get a view of it. I'll see if I can get a view from down here. Maybe I can. Behind the side of this building. Just give me a minute to get down there. It's a bit warm actually. I put a coat on thinking that it's cold, but it turns out it's not so cold. Not enough for a wind. Just the winter coat's just a bit too much. I can't get a view of the sun. I can't get it. Oh, I'm sorry folks, I just cannot get a good view. I can get a little bit of it. There, look, just see it there, look. Can you see the sun there? Just sure I can get it on the camera. If I can get a good view, look at that there. Is that red or what? I'm not sure how it's coming through on the screen, but my God, it is a red sky tonight. That is beautiful. That is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that sun. Oh my God, that is so red. It's normally I say that the screen has got much better than where it actually is in real life. Well, today it's the other way around. Real life is better than where it is on the screen. It is so red. Unbelievable. I wish I had the DSLR with me. My God, that is some sunset tonight. That is a real surprise. I'm really happy about that. It's something. It looks like lots of people in this garden, doesn't it? But it's actually a Russian tradition where they put dummies out in the garden. And it's kind of a tradition. People put silly things in the gardens or what have you, and it's just a bit of a tradition here where they have things in the garden. Yeah, it's very traditionally. You see it a lot. People can decorate in the gardens, and often. How many times have you been past here and thought there's people in the garden?
Oh, a couple of times. It's sort of, you see it from your peripheral and you think, who the hell's that?
Yeah.
And you look over and you're like, okay, yeah. Not moving.
So it's, do you know what? Might actually get a decent view from down here actually. But this is not Novgorod. In Novgorod, at the new property, there is open fields exactly where the sun comes down, and I've got the perfect place to spot it up there. It's an absolutely unobstructed view of the sunset, and so definitely I'll be live streaming up there with the sunset in the evenings and showing you that, because it's up there. It's very, very different sky up there. St. Petersburg is it's built on what do you call it? It's built on bolota, on waterlogged ground, swampland basically, reclaimed swampland, and because of that, and it's surrounded by water as well. So what you got is a lot of rain and a lot of cloud cover. And at night time it's always cloudy in St. Petersburg. It's kind of one of them things, unless it's white nights and then kind of clear. But summertime can be miserable in St. Petersburg. It really can. Rain after rain, doesn't it? Yeah. Barbecue. Somebody's got cooking barbecue. Can smell that.
They didn't invite us along, did they?
Didn't let us along. It smells nice though. They give us a sniff. But up there in Novgorod, it's only 300 kilometers from here. If you look up at Staraya Russa on the map, where we're going to, that's Staraya Russa. Not Stary Russia, Staraya Russa. The place was called Rus, and then it became Russa. Very ancient town. And up there, anyway, 300 kilometers away from here, the weather is very different. It's warmer, and it has much drier climate than down in St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg can be horribly, horribly humid, 100% in summer times and in winter times, all the time. So occasionally it dips down, but it's generally 100% humidity down here. Where up there, it's much lower, and because of that, you get many more red skies actually up there, much more than down here where it's kind of cloudy all the time. But tonight it is something else. It really is. You know what, I've a mind to go to Magnet because there's a better view down there, isn't there? I want to go down. What do you reckon?
Not that much further.
Yeah. Walk down now so I can get a look at it. Look at this. I mean, you can see it on the screen now. It is gorgeous.
Everything's cheaper there too.
Eh?
Everything's cheaper there too.
That's a hotel, by the way. That's a hotel.
Is that a hotel?
Yep.
Okay.
That's a hotel.
I thought it was someone's fancy house.
No, it's a hotel. Right, a hotelette. What would you call that? What do you call this little hotel?
Mini hotel.
Motel? Motorway hotel? Don't know.
Yeah, it's called mini hotels.
Mini hotel. Micro hotel. I'm not sure how many beds it is, but it is a paying guest house or hotel. So look at it here. We just can't get the view from it. Just can't get it. It's just not. We're just too low down. And if I had the drone running, that would be a beautiful shot of that sunset. But I haven't. I can't. Up in Novgorod, that is a regular feature. It's kind of red sky night like this. Is night after night. I've probably shown it on a dozen live streams last year, and it's really red like this. Kind of. It's probably that colour about 9 times out of 10 nights. 9 out of 10 nights it's like that. It's always like it here. And where our place is, it's because we've got the open field across from us, and it's not an unobstructed view of where the sun exactly goes down, and so it's like the perfect viewing point. And what you get is sometimes people come along with a big camera. I saw some girl last year, this huge camera, this huge lens, don't know what it was, and she had all the stuff out, and she was really down low on the ground trying to get a low shot up at the sunset across the field. So it really is a phenomenon there. More than St. Petersburg, where this is kind of a rarity, isn't it? Yeah. Even if it was more regular in Petersburg, we couldn't see it from here. It's just too many trees and that. Whereas up there, I've got clear view straight to it. I see the progress on the infrastructure is progressing. The progress is progressing, and they've moved some trees there, whatever, and this is where they're putting in the new infrastructure. I don't know if I've talked about this in the daytime. Oh, probably, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, this whole area is getting what do you call it? Canalization. It's sewage. They're getting main sewage because it's never had main sewage here. Everyone was on septics, and now they've all got it. whether they like it or not. And they've resurfaced the road, and this is the canal they built this was started about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, and they've made a nice job of it. It's starting to settle now and grass over, and it's looking pretty. You know, might walk down here. Hey? Oh, I think he's going for a pee. You going for a pee? Okay. So anyway, while he's going for a pee, we'll walk down here, across the grass here. Luca Santa, Brazil. How you doing? How's it going in Brazil? You must have lovely weather in Brazil. I can imagine it's much warmer than it is here. It says St. Petersburg, Russia, if you didn't know. And we're trying to get a view of the red sky that there is tonight. It's a super fantastic red sky here tonight. Really, the sunset is going down something phenomenal. I've never seen it quite as good as this here tonight, and I just can't get in a position. We sort of got a look at it. If you look on replay later, you'll get a look at the sun. But it was a bit. It's not kind of the best position to see it. We just can't get a good view from here. The sun goes too down, dips down below the horizon, and there's too many obstacles. Whereas down in, not up in Novgorod, this is a kind of strange thing, because I always think of Novgorod as north, and it's damn well not. It's south from here. It's further towards Moscow than St. Petersburg. So it's kind of that way. It's sort of, it's not. In fact, it's not actually. So we'll get this right, Anna. So Stara Russa is situated between Moscow and St. Petersburg, but it's closer actually to St. Petersburg by about 100 kilometers or something like that. But it's just a beautiful place up there. I really can't wait to show you. This is kind of, what is this place? I don't know. These are what were dachas originally, and you see the rubbish that somebody's thrown down, nice of them. So these were dachas here originally, and as time's gone on, people extended them and what have you, and a lot of them now are getting pulled down, and somebody died or whatever, or the kids inherit it, and they fight with the authorities over ownership of it, and then they get it, and then they sell it on, and then somebody comes along and takes it down and puts a new one on there, or they just stay as they are. This one has been burnt down this year, not burnt down, but it's had a good fire in there, been pretty much gutted, and this one here still, somebody that's living in that one there still, and there's one over there that's looking a bit grand, but it's been in the stages of finishing for a long time, never quite got there. But, Jason's coming out behind me. So, but yeah, this is this place. It's not much to talk about here. It's kind of typical rural, semi-rural area. It's not really as rural as Stara Russa is. This is kind of on the edge of the city, so it's where I am is rural because it's in the forest, but even so, that is soon going to become very urbanised, and it won't be long, which is just one of the reasons why I'm moving out. If you're not moving out, I'm leaving there. We're building a new house up in Novgorod. If you follow the videos, you'll see what I'm doing up there, and what have you. So, and it's solo build up there. There's no shenanigans going on. There's no malarkey or secret camera crews or girls in tight clothes chopping wood or anything like that. It's not off grid. It's going to be completely on grid. I've had quite enough of living off grid, thank you. It's living off grid in a cabin in the woods is okay for YouTube and for weekends, but for a full-time lifestyle, damn hard. Very hard in winter time. If we're in a warmer climate, yeah, great, full-time living in a cabin off grid. But in this climate, no, it's too cold. It's yeah. I mean, if the fire goes out, you freeze. It's as simple as that. And if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, guess what? You're going out too. You're going out to collect firewood and do the fire kind of thing. So a lot of preparation. You're always got to be prepared. You've got to have a sort of a second and third. I mean, a good example this year, water pipe froze. And it just, the amount what we did, it just wouldn't. We had problem after problem after problem with it. And eventually, we tried clearing the pipe. It worked for a while. Tried putting heated pipe on that. Worked for a while, and then nothing was working. It kept going off, and eventually we went to a second pump. That second pump broke, and then we went eventually to buckets of water for a little while, which was really comfortable. If you imagine going out in -20 down to a well at the end of the garden through the snow, picking up a bucket of water, putting it into a bottle, and then carrying it back to the house and doing that over and over and over, because obviously you use a lot of water, you can't flush the toilet, you can't, it's just, yeah. So I ended up using a porta potty, and it stinks if it's in the house, so not comfortable.
We use more water manually than we would normally.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And you don't realise how much water you actually use until you have to carry it back to the house. But yeah, and so that was, the second plan was that I had the pipe. That didn't work, so I went to the third plan, which pump. And the last plan was the bucket. Was the I've seen your face on. What's next? The bucket. Shock, horror. So yeah, horrible. That's off-grid living. Not recommended. Oh, you went off. I tip there. Tripped over. But yeah, so not the it's not the glamorous lifestyle to make out. And if you're in a cabin in the woods, you've got to fetch everything. Every bit of water you drink, not just for drinking, but for washing dishes, for going to the toilet and flushing the toilet, all that. Now you can get composting toilets and all that, but what I can tell you is, from experience, composting toilets, if they're in the house, stink. Doesn't matter what you're doing. You got this special bacteria. And have you ever seen one? Composting toilet.
I've seen them, but I've never used
Jenny has one, and there's basically a bag of compost that you get, and it's got bacteria in there. And every time you go to the toilet, you cover up your doings in soil and bacteria, and it eats it all away. It becomes enriched soil that you can then use in the garden. But they absolutely stink in the house. I mean, they've got pipe. She's got pipe on there that goes to the outside to remove any stink. Yeah. Don't matter, stinks. It absolutely honks.
Exhaust,
it's like, honestly, it's like being in a frigging public toilet. They're rotten. Not recommended at all. Bio toilets are okay if they're outside, and if they're outside in a cold climate, guess what's going to happen to the bacteria? It's going to freeze. It's going to freeze. You come to take a scoop out of the packet, and guess what? It's frozen solid. So it's very hard in a cold climate. If you're completely off-grid, if you've got no electric, then you are reduced down to porta toilets or porta potties, and there's not a lot you can do. I mean, first 7 years we were on porta potty most of the time actually, and we had to literally dig it into the garden. We emptied it every day or two. Then of course, when it's in the garden, you then have to water it with bacteria. You get bacteria from the thing, you water it, mix it you get bacteria and you mix it in with water, dilute it.
Bacteria.
Yeah, and then, not that, no, some other stuff you get from the thing, and it's for that, for bio toilets. And you mix it in with water in a watering can, and you sprinkle it on the place where you've buried everything, and it eats it all away and turns it into good compost. But it's a hassle, isn't it? And it stinks. And if you've got things like that buried in your garden, guess what's going to attract? All the rodents in the world that are going to come looking. So you end up with rats and mice. I mean, we've had mice this year. We were overrun with them for a while. When it turned so cold, every mouse in the whole of St. Petersburg came to our house. They packed up and moved in, and cats are having a great time. But no, not fun. And the new house is going to be very different to this one. We're not doing off-grid. We're not doing any of that malarkey. We're doing fully gridded, if you like. Everything from central water to electric to gas, everything will be on. The only thing we'll be keeping, in fact, is the septic tank. But that's common in rural areas, include not just in Russia, but in lots of countries.
Yeah, well, I grew up as a teenager. We had a septic toilet.
Yeah.
So we were sort of down behind the hill.
Yeah.
And they couldn't get it up from the house. So
yeah. So that's common. That's common. That's not a big deal. And basically, the septic tank that I've got in St. Petersburg, I will be copying up there because it never needs to be emptied. There's no messing around with it. It's just you put it in and that's it. Forget about it.
Just flush and keep going.
Yeah, you just chuck the bacteria in every now and then. Is what I've been doing. And it lasts. When did I buy that bacteria? Ages ago, and it's lasted X amount of months. You just put a teaspoon in every day or every couple of days in the toilet, and it does its thing, and that's it. So waste goes into the septic, and out comes clear water, and that's it. Very simple setup. There's no emptying of it. There's no maintenance. Nothing. It just is. That's it. And it works very well for me. So yeah, that's the only thing we'll be keeping. This is nice. I like this here. I do like this here. I did ever show you the thing, talking about.
I like this. This reminds me of it could have been like a
it's nice
small water lake or something at some stage.
This, remember I was saying about where they put the septic, where the collection is going to. Well, there it is. See, they dug it all in down there. It's down there. That's where all the sewage is going to. Then from there on, I have no idea. But that's the river as it comes around Winder. It's a nice area, this.
It's unfortunate because that'd be a nice little plot of land to build a house.
With
the creek surrounding you.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a pump house there pumping water somewhere or something. Not sure what it's doing.
Probably pumping water from the creek into somewhere.
It's been there a long time as that. So they've got that there, so it winds around here. Actually, does it actually go under it? I don't think it does it? I think this is artificially altered the course of this river, I don't think this is I don't think it's the original. I think it's artificially altered for some reason. And, it's quite a fast river though. Quite a good current there, isn't there? There's a lot of water flowing. It's quite high at the moment after the winter melt is still come down from the high points.
It was higher than that before.
Yeah, it'll go down.
It'd be nice to have a little house there.
House there, yeah. Would be nice.
Oh,
we're zoomed in, are we?
Creek surrounding you.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Doesn't know about the cars up here.
Yeah, you'd never hear them up here. But who knows what's going to happen to it. There was a foundation. Was it here? There was a foundation.
Over there, there's a foundation.
Over there's a foundation. They got banned from doing it. Some clown put a foundation on there, and they made them remove it. So, and up here we've got the abandoned houses here that have been here a long time. This one here has been abandoned for at least since I've been here 15 years. And
it's more like it's
I think it was
commercial premises.
I don't know, it's been there a long time. It's never been used. And the other one there as well has also never been used.
That's definitely nice.
When I first came here, this was a muddy field, and there was a little tiny track road running up there.
Just commercial premises at some stage.
Yeah, probably.
Door outside there.
Yeah. Well, there used to be a little track run up there, and they've actually built a couple of houses up there now, and they've redid this road, and it's accessible now. You can see, now we're into
something there as well.
Yeah, there's a foundation. Another one over there, and look all similar, don't they? So this is still a lot of meltwater coming down, and it's a month now. June is what we're now. March, April. April is the month when no heavy trucks are allowed on B roads, and the reason is because the roads are drying after the winter, hardening up for the summer, and You can see by the canal the amount of water in it. There's a good reason for it. Because there's still a lot of water in the ground. And it's still draining off. And it will continue draining off for...
You can see here we haven't had that much rain, and this is all...
It's still wet. Yeah, I bet these canals are still full. What's the betting down here? Yeah, still wet. So you can see still wet down here. And these will all dry out over the summertime. There'll be nothing here then. But, can you imagine living here beside the main road? Ooh, no thanks. And this is the main road down into St. Petersburg to the right and Krasny Selo to the left. No, Red Town if you like. And that goes up to the left there, the petrol station. And whatever. Not much else really. We're going to go into the shop in a minute, but I'm going to keep the live stream on so you can see what's inside Russian shops. What have we got under sanctions? What has been taken away from us? Not a lot really, nothing. In fact, somebody's asking me what I miss about food in England, and I was the other day on a live stream and I was like, I couldn't really think of anything that I missed apart from Marmite. There's not really anything. I mean, what can't you get?
I asked you that last night.
Yeah. I mean, what can't you get here that you can get in the West? I can't think of anything.
When it comes down to different types of foods like sausage rolls, pies and stuff like that, you can make it here.
Yeah, I mean,
If you have any idea how to cook, you can always just make it yourself.
yeah, I mean, there's a lot less pre-made food. So pre-made fast food, frozen food, that kind of stuff. Microwave dinners I haven't seen here.
There's a
Probably there is somewhere, but
supermarkets here, there is some, but
yeah.
not a lot.
But anyway, we'll have a look through here. You can show you what's here in the supermarket. There we are. Get a basket. So this is typical supermarket. Yeah, the usual stuff. The usual things. Nothing special. We don't actually need anything here other than goodies tonight. Oh, even Tuck. Tuck is a famous one from England. Tuck, do you remember them? Tuck. Yeah, I like them. You can never seem to get the original ones though.
No.
The original ones. Oh, do you know what? Do we need another light bulb? I think I need another light bulb. I might grab yet another one, which seems to go out on a crazy amount of, what's that there? What is that there I've picked up? 10 watt? Or 75 watt, that's okay. No, they go out on a regular basis. Chinese stuff. Don't need anything there, don't need anything there. Come to get some biscuits. Here we have some biscuits. My favourite. The biscuits are plentiful. Ice cream. I wanted to get some. Oh, do you know what? I might get some coffee. A little bit of coffee. See what they've got here. Don't think they've got anything decent, have they? Where are we? Inspiration. What's that? 3. Oh, they've got the 9. They've got it there. Go buy it. Piazza Cafe. Okay, this is a pretty good one. I like this one, Piazza Cafe. Number 9. So, yeah, we'll get that. We'll have here. This is self-service. So you do it and you beep it. You do this. biscuits. There's that.
Укажите количество пакетов. Выберите тип. Оплата. Благодарю вас за покупку.
Wait for Jason's got his bag. So this is normal stuff you sign in shops. Same old stuff. You got your sumka? Your bag? Sure. Put this in here.
I don't know.
Nice, isn't it? Some Gillette razors and all things that's supposed to be sanctioned and not sanctioned. All the booze. Whatever. That's Ozone Collection Point. I didn't know there were clothes in Collection Point here. That's handy, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, an Ozone Collection Point. That's really good. That means one has to go right down there and go to this straight away. That's a really good idea.
It's like a midway point. If you miss the
Well, it's easy to
one
get
up here further.
for us. It's easy to get to. Anyway, that's the shops. That's a magazine shop in Russian magazine, and it's called Magnet or Magnit, and what have you. So that's a look into a Russian shop, and as you can see,
Welcome to a supermarket.
welcome to a supermarket tour. I'm not mentioning any famous or infamous YouTubers who do that. They're in Russia. I'm not mentioning any names, but if you look over there, what's the most prominent colour you see? It's all red. So that gives you a clue to who it is. Who does those supermarket tours? Good luck to him. But this is rush hour here. You know what? That road's going to be busy up there now. Shortly.
Yeah.
They're going to start, but they're going to come up here, whiz up here. What happens what I do? I cut up there and come down there. That's where I come out.
Oh, the other road up there.
Yeah, beyond the gas station.
Yeah.
There's a road to the right, a back road that comes out here on that one there, up there.
Okay.
It just saves waiting in the traffic and the lights. Don't always take it. As you know, I vary my routes. It's just my thing I do. But I do like to take that little shortcut. And, you see, it's a lovely night tonight. It is. I tell you what is nice. When we're up in Novgorod and
The red's gone.
yeah, we're up in Novgorod, and when we were up in the dacha, my wife's friend's dacha we were staying in at first when we first started to build the hut and whatever. There's a nice road up there, and there's a river across the road, and there's a nice beach, a kind of river beach, and you can go swimming in the river, and it's really super slow river with almost no current. It's nothing, and the water in Summit is absolutely, it's like milk, and it's just gorgeous to go swimming there in the evening. But we did that a few times, and then we realised that actually, if you're going in the river in the evening time, it's actually You can feel the warm currents coming through, but there's plenty of cold ones as well. And I tell you what, it played havoc with my hips. We were like, oh my god, not doing that again. That was madness. I'm too old for that now, so I'm shouting. And too old for that to be going into rivers anymore. I'm getting froze to death. That up there, I probably will do a video or a live stream up at that river this year in the evening time, and I will show you where there's actually a natural spring that runs up there, and there's an outlet just kind of below ground level. They dug a thing out and they put a pipe in, and you can go and fill bottles up, and it is the most clearest spring crystal water you could get. Oh, the lights just come on. Lights are on, but nobody's home. What's this say? T-Bank's just telling me I've paid for something. Well, I know I've just paid for it. It's been in the shop. Don't need to tell me. Right. Anyway, I love Brazil forever. I don't blame you. I love Russia. But anyway, yeah, it's a lovely. There's. Said this on live before about the water up there, but the water in the new town Stara Russa, Novgorod Oblast, is basically the whole town is on a mineral deposit, and because the mineral deposit is there, not bad mineral deposits, just lots of mineral, but it makes the water undrinkable, makes it salty everywhere. The river, the Polish River, is actually salty. Did you know the Polish River is salty? You ever heard of that?
Which one?
Polish up there. It's salty.
Oh.
I didn't know that. When it comes to the minerals, it's not salty to other places, but when it gets there, it becomes salty. It comes from the minerals deposits there, and so it made it very difficult for people before to have fresh drinking water. It was a bit of a commodity, and they were actually, I read, up until 1908, 1909, they were actually bringing in water daily into town to supply the people with water, fresh drinking water, which is a problem. And then in 1908, they started to drill a well in the town, and they built a water tower. That water tower's still there, but now it's a museum, but the well's still operating. And it supplies the town with fresh drinking water, but it's not any old drinking water that you'd get from a reservoir. It's a filtered water coming down to the rocks. Years, and it's basically an underground sea that was there, and it's filtered out so it's not salty, and it's what they call artisan water, which is something really something special. And when you drink it out the top, you think, oh my god, the difference between that and anything in St. Petersburg is really stunning. In Russia, drinking water from a tap is kind of risky.
It's 50-50.
It's 50-50. It's not recommended.
In the city, I'd never drink out of tap water.
No, I wouldn't drink out.
The pipes are so old, you get brown water through.
Yeah.
Especially after they do
Some wind
during summer.
Yeah.
It gets really dirty.
So really not good water in St. Petersburg. And stuff, there's roadside. I mean, people here have not been on mains water. There's a few of them were on it, but it wasn't everybody. And so what you got here is standpipes in the road. It's quite common in Russia actually to see standpipes.
You don't see too many along here. There's one up there on the way to the shops.
But if you walk down that road, there's plenty of them. I think there's 4 on that road, 4 or 5 on that road alone. So basically dachas, people had dachas in this area rather than permanent housing, and it wasn't worth the government putting in the whole infrastructure for full-on water to dachas that weren't being used during the week. They were only used at the weekends, you know, summer house, and consequently they never did it. And as it's become, so they put standpipes in the road instead, so you could go and collect your water. But it is pretty vile, I must say. It stinks of chlorine. It probably won't do any harm, but it's chock full of chlorine, isn't it? I mean,
That was a little bit of a winter.
Oh God Almighty, that was vile. And
I
stuff.
didn't smell it as much as you because I'd only recently come out of a
Not used to it.
more settled village on town water.
Yeah.
I can still smell it though.
Oh, it's vile yellow, wasn't it? And
Actually, the village where I used to live, they used to have lots of those
yeah,
outlets
yeah,
on the streets.
yeah. Because people
But there
now,
was a natural spring outlet.
yeah,
Everyone went to fill their water jugs
Yeah,
up at.
yeah.
They never used to use the actual
yeah.
supply.
Well, it depends on whichever's closest, you know. Depending, but anyway, their water is not good for those things. In general, the water quality in St. Petersburg is low. It's not good quality and not drinkable from the tap, which is odd for me because coming from the UK, where everybody drinks out of taps without any thinking about it, doesn't make a difference.
Like,
Here,
in Sydney, I can't drink from tap water. I get migraines.
yeah, is that bad as well up there? Isn't it? So, processed water, but anyway, in Starossa, that is not a problem. It's pure crystal water coming out of the tap. A little bit of sediment in there, crystallization, but nothing else. I mean, it is a tiny amount. How long were those bottles laying in the car for? In the van for? The bottles were in the van from October when we came back until February. October till February, completely frozen.
Any of those left?
Eh?
Any of those ones left?
No. And anyway, that's another story.
I drank them all.
Guess who? She who must be obeyed.
You didn't share like we share?
Share? She said they're mine. Put them there. That was it. End of. And I got bits, a little bit out of them. I took a glug of water out of the thing that I'd fetched in. Hold on, that I'd filled up. I'd fetched back, and I was found in the van, and I had brought them into the house. And I took one drink of it, and she's like, "Don't drink too much. It's mine." I was like, "What? How is it yours?" Bloody woman. But anyway, so Jesus loves you. Jesus loves you as well. I'm sure he does. Jesus. And so yeah, she stole my water, my artisan water, woman. But anyway, long short of it is that it had been sat there all that time, all those months, and the minerals in it had crystallized, and it left a little bit of sediment in the bottom of the containers, the bottles, which we could see, but it wasn't like a thick set. It was like kind of fine sand.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know.
It's the mineral crystals.
Yeah,
settling.
yeah. There wasn't much in it. It was like a tiny amount, you know. It's like, you know, sort of.
Mix it in and drink it.
Not even much. Not even a teaspoon. It was like, you know, like quarter of a teaspoon, less than that.
Yeah.
Tiny amount. But it was present, and I suppose that coming through your taps wouldn't do your taps a lot good. Hello, a dog. Pet that dog. Hello. Pet that dog. He's not interested. He's busy sniffing something. Hello. Hello. Hello, boy. Oh, he's off. He's escaped and he's on, and he's going for a wander, isn't he? While he can, before his master realises he's gone and comes looking for him.
He doesn't want to mess with us. We got freedom. He's going to
Freedom. So, but anyway, hello there, freedom. Free Districhawellan or something. What's that say? Free Districhawellan. Free Districhawellan.
Yeah.
4031. Hello, how you doing? Hope you're having a great day wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Russia. No, that's Count Dracula. That's Dracula, isn't it, from Blooming. What do you call it? Sesame Street. Since when was Dracula Russian? It was Romanian, wasn't it? Transylvania's in Romania, not in blooming Russia. But anyway, you get the point. I live in Russia, I can't do a Russian accent.
Born in Russia and moved there.
Maybe it was. Dear me. He's got big fangs apparently. There you go. But anyway. So I don't know what I'm on about now. But anyway, the water up there is fantastic, and I will be showing you on live stream. I won't be doing videos because nobody watches the videos up there because it's a town that's for Western audience. So the reason why I'm not going to do videos and I'm only going to do live streams, and the reason is this, because Stare Russa is unsearchable for a Western audience. Nobody's ever heard of it in the West. And in Russia itself, especially in St. Petersburg, where it's only 300 kilometers away, people have a vague idea where it is. They're kind of some distant place.
They're aware of it, but
They're aware of it. Yeah, they don't know a lot, and they think it's some kind of backwater.
Like
And
before
so,
when you first told me about it,
yeah.
I sort of knew of the
Where-
name, but I didn't know exactly where.
yeah, and so that's why I don't do town videos, because nobody watches them, basically, wasting my effort. But doing live streams is very different, and I will be showing lots of the town this year. I've planned on doing 4 days work, 1 day of video editing, it's always a bore, and then 1 day of complete rest. We're on the complete rest. Oh, sorry, on 1 day. So 1 day of live streaming. That live streaming will be from either within the town or at Lake Ilmen, and I'm not sure what the signal will be down there. I don't know, but plan is, if I'm forced to do a video, I will. If I can't get a signal, I have to film it instead. So, but generally, it'll be live streaming from there, followed by the build videos, which will be coming out weekly, maybe upping it to 2 a week, depending on basically if I do shorter videos and do more content. But we'll see about it. It's not easy to film a build and build a build on your own. So solo builder and solo filmer. So it's a bit of a handful juggling things. And whatever, the 2 phones I'm doing from 2 angles this year. So we're going to have 1 phone, 1 angle, 1 phone, another angle. And then we've also got the DSLR as well for still shots and for some close-ups, depending what I'm doing. You could do the still shots off the telephone, the close-ups on the telephone, but when you get to distance, you introduce a lot of noise into the video, and it becomes kind of bad. But with the DSLR, you can do it with a lens, or an optical lens, so you can get a much clearer picture on the video. So anyway, but it's a lot of juggling, that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of not easy to do a build and think about how you're filming it. And this is why when you see solo builds, and you know, some guy building something solo and he's got all these great video angles, and well, the reason for those video angles is because probably 99% of them ain't solo. They've got somebody behind the camera with them, either a team, or very often a team, or often their partner or somebody hidden away that you can't see who's doing the filming. And consequently, they get the super close-ups. They get because I can, from experience, trying to do a close-up of something when you go back to what I do is I set it up. I set the camera up in a corner. I do a test shot of a few seconds, and then play it back and see if I'm actually on the screen when I go into where I'm working. And if that fails, I have to go back and move it a little bit, and that's basically what I do. I come in and out and move the camera about to try and capture everything. And because I do it that way, no choice, it means that what's he stop for? What it means is that very often it's far away, it's at a distance. There's nothing is very close. It's just the way I've got to film it because I'm on my own. Yeah, the wife could help, probably. She does do occasionally, but she is actually working 99% of the time. So though she's present, she's not present. She's there in person, but not in mind sometimes. So there's still hot water here, look, meltwater. This is all meltwater. This will all disappear shortly. A lot of meltwater still as the roads dry out. See, all the water from the land on the plots comes into the drainage ditches, and it all drains out and what have you. So
strange that there's a pipe there when there's no gate.
It may have been one before, and then they moved it. And this was a little chicken wire fence at one time. And then
My head, like a second
when they built that second, there's an extension being built. There's two extensions actually, one on the side, one on the front. It was a little place before, and they've redone it. And when they did it, they redid that fence some years ago. I guess that is original. I mean, you can see how long it's been done because all this has grown over it.
Yeah.
But it never was there. It was a chicken wire fence, and it's over the last few. I don't know when. I think they started that upgrade about 10 years ago actually.
They still haven't finished.
Still haven't finished, but it was about 10 years. It's some kind of business there. I don't know what they do, but it's some kind of business and whatever. I think the blue looks lovely and blue out here. Let's have a look, quick look at the chatter. Oh, can I ask you? Yes, you can ask me anything. Biblical fish merchant, mate, why is that dark? It's broad daylight. Why is that dark? It's broad daylight. Well, it's dark. That's because it's evening time, and it's, I don't know what time you're in, but it's, what time are we on here now? About 6, 7 o'clock, maybe 8 o'clock.
Yeah, almost 9.
Almost 9 o'clock at night. That's why it's dark. We're not in. If you know anything about St. Petersburg, you'll know that we get white nights where it doesn't get dark in the evenings, and it can really be.
What you can hope for is this.
Yeah. And really, if it's a really bright sunny day, the sun can stay up till almost midnight, and dip down again, and then come back up again about 2 in the morning, isn't it?
2 weeks of white nights where the sun doesn't go down.
Yeah, it can very white, but that is not now. We're still in the winter, shadow of winter, aren't we?
June, July that happens.
Yeah, I mean, we've only just come out of February, March, where it's very dark, the darkest month, and now it's obviously gaining light every day by. It's probably up to about 5 minutes a day, isn't it now? Something like that. Light gain per day.
More than that for last week I've noticed brighter.
Yeah. So it is getting lighter, and it won't be too long before we're going to white nights here.
Yeah, it's not about a week ago it was dark.
Yeah. In Novgorod, where I'm building, we don't get such a white night. We do get white night, but not like it is down here. But this here is dark. It's again, the screen is lying to you a bit. It looks nice and bright, but it's actually not. It's just that the camera on the screen, the photo sensor, picks up the light and amplifies it. I mean, as you can see on the lamppost, there is red lights. As you can see that. Stop here a second. See the red light, and that's the electric one over there as well. And that is quite bright, as you can see. And if it was daylight, then you wouldn't be able to see that, would you? So yeah, it's quite dark here. In fact, I would say in the next 30 minutes it'll be pitch black, won't it?
Oh, yeah.
About 30 minutes it'll be pitch black again. So that's why it looks dark. Oh, you're thinking it's dark. So hey, how are you doing? How are you doing there? John gets weird. Hope you're well. I see the snow has finally cleared. Yes, the snow has finally cleared. At last. It's still wet though, and it's still cold in the evening time. We've still got the wood burner burning all day, basically most of the day. It's sort of, we have it in the morning, goes out in the day if the sun comes up, and then goes back on in the evening. So it's not warm enough yet to be without central heating. And we're in April, so that tells you the kind of.
Less wood during the day than
Yeah.
we were before.
We're using a lot less wood now, but it's still having to keep the fire going a bit. It's not hot yet, so yeah, the snow's gone, but it's not warmed up too much yet. So that's just one of them things that happens, you know. You missed Raw Melody. You missed the red. What you're gonna have to do is scrub back on the timeline to the beginning of the live stream, and you'll come across. We were walking past here. How long ago? It was about less than an hour ago, wasn't it? And we came past here, and there was a beautiful, beautiful red sunset. I've not seen one in St. Petersburg as that bright for a long, long time, if ever. It really was a phenomenon. But we couldn't get a good view from here where we are. You just can't get a good view. There's just too bright lights. Bright automatic light just come on. We just couldn't get a good view from here. And so I got the best I could. But you'll have to scrub back through the yeah, you got a picture of it.
Yeah.
So you'd have to scrub back through the live stream and to get a look at that sunset. I must say it's a rarity here. Up in Novgorod, it's not such a rarity. It's kind of every night up there. So, but I've got a fantastic view across the fields of the sunset every night. So, and also the weather's different. So, yeah, this is what we caught earlier today.
Today, it's written on the screen.
I don't know if you can see that. There you go. That's the sunset that we were going past earlier today, and it looks much better on there. So it's yeah, it really was a great view tonight. It's same here. A little brighter for longer though. Yeah, it's getting a little brighter here, but it looks bright here now on the screen. I can see that, but it's actually quite dark now. And in the next, I was saying 30 minutes a few minutes ago, and now I think we're down to the next. By the time we reach the house, it'll be almost dark, if not dark. It comes in very quickly, and we need to get a move on because we don't have any flashlights with us or torches.
We don't have any weapons to keep away all the bears. And
we haven't got any anti-bear technology with us, and Sasquatch, anti-Sasquatch devices. Is there such thing as Sasquatch spray? I wonder.
I don't know. It might be bear spray might work.
Bear spray. What about Bigfoot?
Bigfoot, or just big bears, really. Well, actually, no, they're more big monkeys.
Big monkeys.
Like gorillas.
Oh my God! Could you imagine calling a Bigfoot a monkey? How offended would that Bigfoot be? Calling it, probably eat you for saying that. Oh well, yeah, tasty. Well, anyway, we haven't got any Bigfoot spray.
Put me in salt and put
Bears, we haven't got any Bigfoot spray, Sasquatch spray, or even any bear spray, because there's no bears here. Because, well, there is a bear here. He does live here in the forest with me. He's my friendly bear, but you've all seen him before, right? And you know about my bear. It's
and bear cam.
my bear cam, yeah. Oh, bear cam 2 is vanished. The mini drone that I bought as a practice drone, a tiny little thing. It got caught. We were out playing, and it got caught in the wind and disappeared. And it's never to be seen again. I don't know how many times we've gone looking for it.
I've gone 4 times.
4 times.
I might have a kind of location, but I don't know if I'll find it.
We don't know where. The wind caught it basically and took it into the tree somewhere in the forest, and we've not located it yet. But it was a tiny little cheap drone as a kind of experimental. I thought it had a camera. And I thought, oh, we can use this to get footage. And I quickly realised that the camera was actually garbage, and looks blue up, isn't it? So I quickly got another drone, and the other drone is better, but it's got a better camera on it. But unfortunately, the motors are worn out, and because of that, I've had to order new motors, and they're taking forever to come in from China. Apparently, some bloke in China is manufacturing them as we speak, winding each coil around each motor by hand, no doubt. It entered customs, left customs. I was tracking it. Then it entered. It's not entered customs here yet. So, but anyway.
It's still between customs.
So it's still on this side. It's not even entered customs here yet.
Oh, geez.
It's on the left customs in China. So. So anyway.
I had to go and row a boat across the river. It might be still frozen.
Some Chinaman's fetching it on foot, I think. But he's walking it. He's walking it here, hand delivered, literally.
Yeah,
but anyway, when the drone engines are here, we will have a go at Bear Cam 2 and see if we actually achieve liftoff this time. Don't know if we will. We didn't get lift off. We got a couple of centimeters. We got a couple of tugs on it. We didn't get lift off. Bear Cam didn't rise into the air, But this time, I'm hoping that bear cam will rise. And we also did. I didn't show it on camera because it was a kind of private moment. But basically attached the piece of cotton to the drone, and then I delivered. First, was it a sweet or piece of chocolate first time?
It was a wrapped sweet.
A wrapped sweet. I tied to the drone on a string and flew it into the where my missus was laying on the sofa like Lady Muck herself, Queen of Persia. She almost be obeyed. And I flew the sweetie into her. And then the second round we tried it with a piece of chocolate.
I had my exit plan in case you whacked her with it with the drone.
We thought she was going to whack the drum, but she never did. It's only a tiny little thing. But anyway, it's gone now, and it made its soul rest in drone heaven, wherever that is. We're waiting for the motors, and then next, over the winter time, probably maybe, I'm gonna invest in a DJI drone and get some proper 4K footage. But that remains to be seen. When you're building a house, budget is very tight, and you can't waste money on nonsense. So maybe not. We'll see how it goes. But look, I want to anyway. I want to produce the. We want to produce the good footage and show you the house in its setting. This drone should do it. In fact, just don't know how good it'll be. We'll see. The camera is pretty good, but it's not a 4K camera, obviously. But we'll see. We'll see how it comes out. If I can do it, if I can get it to do its thing. Anyway, we're home at last. It's bright out here tonight. Look at it. It looks gorgeous out there, but it's very much darker. It's just that the light's picking up.
We don't see what's on camera.
We don't see what's on camera. The light is being picked up by the camera sensor and amplified and creating that lovely view. But really, it's very. Look, if I can get down here, quite dark actually. So in fact, it's even picking up the light reflecting off the road. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's.
Looks like there's a torch.
Looks like there's a torch, but there's not. It's light being reflected. So anyway, that's it for me tonight. Thank you all for joining me for a little walk to the shops. And I'll see you all on the next one. I don't know when that's going to be. But be sometime soon, I'm sure. Have a great night, everybody.